YouTube viewers, Rectangular back this time with another review. Got a figure here from 3A. It is the 3A Action Portable 1/12 scale Barguest de Plume. Another mouthful. This is from the WWR or World War Robot line. And for those who don't collect this scale, 1/12 scale is 6-inch. So here's the box that he comes in. Very nice box as usual. And just shows you a close-up of the figure on this side, and shows you the entire figure on the side, and then some other figures in different lines that 3A sells. This is the slicer. I have the Baka version, which is a little bit lighter than this guy. And then we have the Fighting JC from the Adventure Cartel line, and it's the Moro Fighting JC, and that one is the PITFS Fighting JC. And that's pretty much it. So there's the WWR logo on the side. Yeah, so very nice box. And I'll go ahead and take him out of the package so we can get a better look. So here we've got the figure out of the package, and as you can see, it is extremely well detailed. And if you're not familiar with 3A figures, all of the clothing is sewn material. It is fabric or cloth. I believe it's like a cotton nylon blend or cotton polyester blend, and it also has paint shaded on it. There's a paint design on the chest. It's just a khaki X. I don't know if you can see that. Just gonna move his mask out of the way a little bit. The other de Plume figures come with, I think almost all of the other ones have the 3A logo on the chest, and some of them have it on the back. That was one of the reasons I got this one, is that I wanted a more simple design that wasn't clearly identifiable with a particular company or product line. And I really like the dark paint scheme. There is one that comes in camouflage. I think that's called the Jung de Plume, or I think it's supposed to stand for jungle. And it has, I think, a tan sweater with camouflage pants, and it has a camouflage paint scheme on the helmet. One of my subscribers, Wesitron, did a really good review of that one, so definitely check that out, and we'll put a link to his channel or to the review down below in the description. Let's just give it a little 360 here. So all the pouches are cloth with Velcro straps so that you can put things inside them and take them out easily. And he has a little holster on the back. The Velcro admittedly does not close or stay closed all that great, but if you push down on it, you can get it to stay. Pockets do open up on his pants, and you can see all the little stitching, just like actual cargo pant pockets. They're awesome. And all these great stitching details on the sides and in between the knees, and down here there's some loops at the bottom, and he has like a drawstring on the front of his pants, and he does have pockets on the front of his pants as well. I think the material, I think it's like a polyester blend, cotton polyester blend, and it's been painted. And here's the little lower holster on his leg. Gun does remind me of the gun that Harrison Ford used in Blade Runner. It's very cool. It's got like a couple different shades of metallic paint. It's like a gold gun with like a little bit of a gray or silver dry brush on it. Really well done. It's kind of got a extreme angle on the handle there. Excuse me. It fits in the holster really well. I haven't tried putting any other pistols from my other toys in there. The boots are great. Love the paint detail, and the sculpt is really well done. On the bottom, he does not have peg holes, but he's got these great sculpted on tread, hiking boot tread, and the these are a little bit similar to Revoltech figures with ball pegs on the feet, so it doesn't have enough room inside the boot for it to pivot back and forth. They just pop on there. Unlike these Slicer Baka that I have, where his ankles are exposed. You know, it's a little bit odd looking, but it doesn't hinder the articulation like on this one. And let's see, just try to show off all the details on him first before we get into the articulation. So the pouch for his gas mask opens up, and it's got some really nice paint details on there. It looks kind of like it's a rusty metal box. Very cool. And the hose is really well done. It's like 4 different shades of brown and tan and gray on there. The hood for the gas mask does not come off. It's attached to the mask, and unfortunately you can't really look at the mask itself. The hood completely covers it up. I know on the 12-inch one, oop, there goes his gun. On the 12-inch one, they have other de Plumes that don't have this hood. Most of the other de Plumes do not have the hood, and just like a standard gas mask. The gun does fit in his hand pretty well. It has a little bit more difficult time on this hand because of the wraps that are on his glove. They come down, extend into his fingers, so he can't hold it quite as well, and plus there's not as much room on the between the middle finger and the index finger for the trigger guard, unlike this one. Fits in there really well, but I guess, I don't know if it's just mine, but the fingers don't quite grip the handle all that well, so it's in there somewhat loose, which is a little bit disappointing. I don't know if I can heat it up and try to squeeze his hand shut a little better, because it's just kind of just barely dangling in there. So let's get into the articulation on him. I'm just going to take the pistol off because it's probably going to fall. see. So he can look down somewhat. His head is on a ball peg, very similar to a Revoltech figure. So he can look down just a tad, but he can look up really well. So I like that quite a bit. And it does rotate 360. Obviously you're going to have the hose to get in the way. And there's a little bit better shot of his X on his chest. And he's got really nice ball jointed shoulders that very similar to like the bullseye body on a Marvel Legend, where it can go forward quite a bit, so he can get really tight up there with his double jointed elbows. So I like that quite a bit. You know, obviously same thing on the other side, and like I said, double jointed elbows, and the wrist is also, it's very similar to a Revoltech figure. It's fully ball jointed. It's like a double ball peg, so I like that quite a bit. You can fully rotate and flex all the way around. I really wish they would do this on Marvel Legends. That would be awesome. So, and he does have a an ab joint in the top and then a waist joint at the bottom. So it's very similar to like Wolverine on Return of Marvel Legends. The ab joint works a little bit better because these are a little bit skinnier figures. So I like that. He's got ball jointed hips. Obviously the clothing's going to hinder the articulation, and let's see if I can get, and he's got double jointed knees, so he can go all the way back, which is nice. And like I said, if his boots were not quite so tall, he would have more of an ankle pivot, because it is a like a ball peg pretty much. And that is pretty much it. I suppose you could take the belt off if you wanted to. I wouldn't recommend it. Also, I don't know if I mentioned that the other De Plumes have a short sleeve sweater on the right arm, and where this one has long sleeves on both arms. I think there's one other, I think it's the Noir De Plume is the only other one that has long sleeves besides this guy. On all the other ones, I think that they have a long sleeve on one side and a short sleeve on the other. And I like having the long sleeves on this one because since the flesh tone is like a gray material, it just doesn't look natural. I think if they had made him like dark brown, that would have worked out well. But since he's gray, it's just like nobody has that kind of flesh tone. So it's not that realistic. I know they make one Caucasian one. I think that was an exclusive to the website when the first De Plume came out. I think that was a Bambaland.com exclusive, and that's the only Caucasian one that I've seen. All the other ones are either the flesh tone is either jet black or it's this like charcoal color. So I'm glad I got the one with the long sleeves. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and show you some size comparisons with other figures. Alright, there he is next to the Slicer Baka, also from 3A, and put in our little ruler here. You can see that both of them are just under 6 inches tall. He's probably a little bit taller because of his helmet, but yeah, they're just pretty much right at 6 inches. And show him next to the Armstrong robot, the same line, World War robot, which is much bigger. I think he's about 8 inches tall. Can't even get him in the shot. So if they're side by side, he is significantly shorter. And here he is next to the Return of Marvel Legends X-Force Wolverine, who is just under 6 inches as well. So in case you don't collect 3A, you can get a better idea of what he looks like. Lastly, we have him posed next to the Toy Biz Red Skull, and that was one of the main reasons why I got this figure. I thought he would go really well as kind of like a experimental soldier for Hydra, or a bodyguard for Red Skull. So yeah, I think they go well together. That helmet is very World War II-esque. Very much reminds me of the old German helmets that they used during World War II. So anyway, hopefully you guys liked the review. Please leave a comment below, hit like, share with your friends, and if you haven't already, please subscribe. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.